but there's such a gentle sweetness about Lucy Lee in her work. Very touching, very touching the way she handled all that. And I think, speaking about Lucy, I think Michael was very fond of Lucy and really liked her and gave her a wonderful episode with it was a relationship with Harv, played by Jamie Cromwell, who of course has gone on to have just an extraordinary career. And he was just terrific. Loved working with Jamie and Lucy on that episode.
In this season, the screenwriters focused more and more on Almanzo's true kindness and even naivety. The best example of this naivety was in the episode The Nephews. These two little rascals did everything to you, and you swallowed everything.
Sure. Well, I think that, I think, yes, you have to swallow everything, and I think that was so Michael's humor. Michael loved to put himself and other characters in situations where they were outwitted, outfoxed. I think he really liked characters to be at a loss as to what to do, befuddled by circumstance, you know. And the two nephews definitely provided the situation where there was befuddlement about what to do about these two little kids, and the two kids were just terrific, just monsters. I had a great time in that episode.
And then there's the episode where you and Charles make a bet as to who will make it to Sleepy Eye first. There's a lot of self-mockery about men in that story.
The in-laws, I think is what the episode is called.
Yes.
And that was another really fun episode. Where, again, speaking to the theme where Michael liked to put himself in situations where he could be outwitted and be made to look foolish, as happened with the character, the actor, the wonderful older character actor whose name escapes me right now, who played the hitchhiker on the road. Eddie Quillen, and who was in the original Mutiny on the Bounty. He was the cabin boy in the original Mutiny on the Bounty. He was just wonderful. And me with and Almanzo with his cargo being stolen and by hungry people, and what to do about that, and the horse and the hill and the wagon and offloading, and there was a lot of nice action in that.
Let's talk about this episode where Laura thought you were having an affair with a singer, and you sang on that one, and it was pretty bad. But I know that you're a good singer because you've been in many musicals. So I suppose the bad singing was part of the script.
Well, it's interesting because, again, here's Mr. Landon at work. Yes, the song was called My Only Love, and and written by an old friend, who we never explained where the old friend came from, but this woman was an old friend who wrote this, the young woman who was an old friend who wrote the song. I guess that's the way this went. And so I went to David Rose's house, David Rose was the composer who wrote the music.
Wonderful.
Wonderful composer, wrote all the music for Little House and for Bonanza. And,
Highway to Heaven.
And David was wonderful. We could talk about music as a separate item if you wanted to at some point. But I went to David's house, and he had this little song. It's a little 32-bar song, very simple. And he gave it to me, and he played it out and gave me a cassette, and I took it home, and I worked on it. And I wanted to sing it nicely, and or at least try and sing it nicely. And so I got to the set. And I don't think Michael wanted me to be too, romantic in this, because he said, no, I sang the song, and he said, no. I want you to really be awful singing the song. Just bad. I'm like, well, there goes a singing career. So, I did the song, and it was sort of really out of the mouth, and hard consonants, and it just was really not good. But that's the way the man wanted it. So that's the way we did it. And um, I don't think anyone would have come running to El Monzo after hearing him sing that song that way. But it served the purpose. I actually